Guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got a new video for you today. I'm going to kind of demonstrate the operations of this power supply here that I purchased from batteryhookup.com. This one is goes up to 120 volts, and that's pretty high for a benchtop power supply. And the reason why I got this is because I've purchased at least one, I might have a couple that actually go well above normal voltages for the batteries that you kind of see. They've had some rack mounts that go up to 24S, and so that's like almost 100 volts. So that's the reason I got this one. From what I can tell, all the power supplies that they sell work on this exact same principles that I'm about to demonstrate. And so let's just go through them real quick. If you notice here, I do not have any power leads hooked up. And I would definitely not have them hooked up when you first power it on, because unless you really know your dial, you might not know how much voltage you will be generating. As soon as you power it on, it will start sending that voltage, and you don't want to overvolt anything and blow it up. So my recommendation of operations is before anything is hooked up, go ahead and power it on and find the voltage you want to do. So if you're doing LiPo 14S, you can bring this all the way down. Now this is a coarse wheel, and so the voltages will jump in large increments. And when you get close to what you're looking for, then you can use this left wheel for incremental. So if everything was down to down, it's 0 volts or really close to it. So I kind of bring this up until I get to my 14 volt, 13 volt range. There you go. I need to go up. So I actually kind of start this one in the middle, and then I come down, find my voltage. There is 14.2, and I want 14.4 for a full battery. And down, it's a little finicky, but it works well. All right, and so now we can do the same thing for the current. So what I would do is turn the current all the way down so you don't overcurrent a BMS or whatnot. Notice the voltage changes because I told it to send 0 current. But I would go ahead and power up, and if you, I can't show you the current without a load, and I'll add that in a second. But you can start bringing the current up, 5 amp, 10 amp. I believe can only do up to 10 amps or something like that, and play with that. So let me put a load on here so I can show you the current. All right, guys, we got the load set up here. We're charging a 4S LiPo 4 setup using headway cells here. And on the right, you'll see the voltage. Like I said before, it's not 14.4. It's showing you what it currently is. And as that gets closer to 14.4, then the amperages will start to decrease to let it fill up slowly at the end. So let's see, at this voltage, we're probably only going to get around 10. I think the higher voltages you get, the more efficient it gets, the more amps it can give. But let's just see what a max is. So we do 100 max on the coarse wheel and 100 on the fine tune. We get it about 10.18, 10, around there. And so again, that's how you would use this, is if you wanted to shoot for, let's say, 6 amps, you can get close to it with this dial, and then you can just dial it in with the fine tuning wheel. Pretty close. You don't need to be exact on these things. 0.001 of an amp isn't going to change your time very much. But that's how these function. Very simplistic, but they work really well, and it's super quiet. I had a previous power supply I had was just noisy as all out because it had a fan that tried to control the heat, and this does not get all that warm. So it does have a fan in there, and it will keep itself cool as it needs to. But for these kind of voltages and amperages, it seems to work pretty well. So I'll have a link in the description for this particular model, but they all function very much the same unless they come up with a new version, start selling a new version. But hope you guys enjoy the video, and be feel free to use my discount code TECH to purchase anything on batteryhookup.com. But like I said, I'll have links in the description to this model. All right, you guys have a good one.